Welcome back, it's Jacob the Skateboard Mentor here, and in this video I'm going to go over the 3-bucket system. How does it help you manage your finances and how it's actually going to put more money in your pocket. So let's start by drawing out in your journals. In the last video we talked about your living expenses. What's the bare minimum amount that you need to survive with rent, with your electricity, with your car insurance, with health insurance, your phone bill, all of those bills that are a necessity. You can't go without them. I'm not talking about the Netflix and the subscriptions that don't matter, the expenses that eating out and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bare minimum. An example, let's just say your expenses are $1,500 a month. You need $1,500 in your expense bucket. So we have an expense bucket. Most people only have one bucket. It's their expenses, it's their investment bucket, it's their savings bucket, it's everything. It's their play money, it's their retirement. You got so much in this bucket, but not enough money in it. How do you track all of it? You know? So it's not possible. That's why we have this 3-bucket system. And actually I like to have more buckets, and I have specific debit cards. Each one of these buckets represents a debit card, I would say. So you've got your expense, you've got your investment. Also, you'd say, maybe a savings. That's why, sometimes 4 buckets, you can put them in the same one. If not, you should be saving for something. If you're just saving to save, that's not good. You want to save for a purpose, to buy a house, to buy a rental property, to invest in the market, So investment and savings go hand in hand, because really, if you're just saving money, what are you doing with that money? The bank's using your money. If you didn't know, when you put money in your savings account, the bank takes it and goes and makes more money with it. So why don't you take your money and go make more money with it? And that's becoming aware and knowledgeable and taking action and risks, right? So the last one would be the donate. Giving back. It's the more you give, the more you receive type of life. If you won't give $1 out of every $10 you make, if you won't give 10 cents out of $1 that you make, then you can't expect much in return. If you're constantly me, you don't allow anybody else to give you anything. You must give in order to receive, okay? So if you want something out of your life, if you are longing for more, if you want a better situation, start by where you're at, being grateful and giving something away. And I promise it's gonna come back to you in ways that you never even thought it could come back to you. So with the 3-bucket systems, we got a 3-bucket. Our expenses, investment, savings, and a donate. Now, let's just say we get paid every 2 weeks and we make $3,000 a month. We get a $1,500 paycheck here and a $1,500 paycheck here. And I know we got state tax, federal tax, yada, yada, yada. For this exercise, we're just gonna stick and just say net, we made $1,500 each paycheck. Well, if you know you need $1,500 to live every month, then there's gotta be money going in there, right? So as soon as you get paid, maybe 50% of it, so $750 goes right into your expense account. Now you've got $750 left. Instead of putting the full $1,500 here, and then just buying whatever you want and going out to eat, knowing you got play money. No, you don't have that luxury yet. You don't have that luxury yet. So live below your means, eat and drink the necessities. You don't need to buy the soda cans and all of the unnecessary stuff. It's like, would you rather have the little things, the instant gratifications now, or a better future? Living financially free. Having your money in the future make you money, instead of you going to work and making $1,500 every 2 weeks the rest of your life, okay? So you get paid $1,500, you split it up. $750 goes into it. Now you got $750 left for the next 2 weeks, okay? You know that the $750 in your expense account is gonna take care of your groceries and your gas, so you use that. But what do you do with the other $750 now? This new piece, you open up a debit card, label it investment, savings, and maybe you throw $325 in it. Or you just put the full $750. Or maybe you say, you know what, I'm gonna put $700 into here and I'm gonna donate $50. Okay? So you got $1,400, $1,500 from your paycheck. We took our one paycheck, instead of dumping it in one account, thinking it's doing anything, now we're managing our money. And every dollar we spend, we're breaking it. We're saying, I made $1,500, $750 goes to rent. And then the rest, I'm gonna put in my savings. I'm not gonna touch it. Because in one day, in 5 years, 10 years, I wanna buy a home. Or I wanna invest in the stock market, and I know I'm gonna wait until I've got 10 grand saved. All right, whatever that is for you, whatever those investments look like, maybe you wanna purchase a rental property, you wanna start a business that requires startup capital, all of these are gonna go from your investment savings. Maybe you just wanna take a vacation, right? How much does it cost to go to a weekend trip to Mexico? And this is not bad. I remember I spent, I think 2017, I spent that whole year, I worked 4 or 5 jobs at a time. I saved up like over $15,000 and I left and I went backpacking South America, Central America. I was living it up because I saved money. I did this system, saved up over $15,000 and just left to go travel. Left and blew my money, and I was spending money like no other. Why? Because I did this. I had my rent paid for that year. I had my car insurance and everything else paid, and I was saving it. I racked up so much that I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna go and travel. I'm covered for this year. And I did that. So if you wanna take a vacation, do it from there, but don't spend $750 on a hotel or a plane ticket when you haven't paid your damn rent. Okay, so that is the huge, major difference. You're taking this money and you're paying your necessities, you're living because you need to eat and sleep and take care of yourself and possibly some children and your partner. And now you say, I got $700. Maybe I need a new computer. That's where this comes from. Maybe I need to upgrade a phone, or I'm gonna pay a web developer to help me with it, start a website. Okay, or I'm gonna spend some money in marketing for the startup I already have. That all goes here. And again, the act of giving back. So then you do it again. $750 goes here, $700 goes here, $50 goes here. That's from your 2 paychecks, right? So this is 1 month. In 1 month, you put $1,500 in, which is exactly what you needed to live off of. Great. You put $1,400 in. You've paid yourself $1,400 to your investment, and you donated $100. You gave away. You didn't have to do that. You did that because you're a good person and you were wanting more out of your life. So you're starting the process of earning more, which is pretty cool. So $1,400 in 1 month, and then the next month you got another $1,400. You do this system every paycheck, right? And maybe you say, hey, you know what? I really didn't need $1,500. I can really live off of $1,200 a month, and now you got an extra $300. So instead of putting $700 in, you're putting $1,000 in, right? So you start looking at it. This is month 1, this is month 2, this is month 3. And now you've got like $16,000 saved in 12 months because you put $1,400 in it every single month. And then at the end of the year, you can look back and say, wow, I've donated $1,200 to something that I care about. This can go to Feed My Starving Children. This can go to NESW. This can go to clean water access, or helping clean the oceans, or the oil spills, or planting trees. You know, anything that, whatever you believe in and that you want to help out, start taking part in it. Because you just saying, oh, if I had $1 million, then I would really, end world hunger. No, you wouldn't, because if you wouldn't even give $50 out of the $1,500 you make, then you won't give $1,500 out of $10,000 that you make. Okay? So then you can take a look and you're proud of yourself. Be proud. You paid your rent. You've taken care of your family. You've taken care of yourself with your expenses because you figured it out. What do I need to live on? And you pay yourself that. And then everything else, you're saying, I'm dumping this into my investments and saving because one day I am going to have that rental property. Maybe instead of living in an apartment complex, you figure out how to own one. And then you've got 400 people paying you for rent. Just a thought. And you can see over the years that you've contributed to a cause that you love. So we go from just one bucket, which is sadly the majority of people, or no bucket at all, and we change it into this system of controlling our money, being able to pay our rent and control our expenses on time. We're saving to invest money, and we're giving back. And this is truly starting the process, a new habit of creating wealth, a new way of life, right? Because there is no way you can do all of this just in one bucket. You gotta separate it. And I'm gonna share with you, following along in this week, Excel sheets, and we'll dive into some forms and how I personally track my money and show you from paycheck to paycheck, everything, orders and the expenses, and how it all gets laid out. I'm gonna show you how to use it, and then I'm gonna give that to you so that you can start tracking yours too. The only thing that you'll have to do is maybe go to the bank or log into your online banking and open up another debit card and a savings account, or just 2 debit cards. So if you need to rewatch this, rewatch it. What I want you to do now, before you move on, is do this with your numbers. These are basic. This is based off someone who makes $3,000 a month, who lives off $1,500. But the sad truth is someone who makes $3,000 a month, makes $1,500, really spends $3,400 a month that's only making $3,000. So then they're in debt $400. It's like, why are you in debt? Why don't you have money for anything? So figure out what your bad habits are, what your poor spending is, figure out what you need to live off of, and then dump the rest into a different account. Go get another debit card and start paying yourself every month, and you're gonna see it, and you're like, boom, $400. Every chance you get, you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna transfer $30 in my savings account. You know what, oh, rent was actually pretty low this month, or my water bill was like $40 less. I'm gonna put that money into here. So if you don't end up spending the $1,500, throw that into there and just keep paying yourself. You're gonna watch that stack up, and it's gonna be a great feeling when you've got a support under you. You've got that cushion to now say, I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna buy this home. I'm gonna invest in this. Hope this helps. Take the time, write it out, figure out what your numbers are, open up your online app, dig through your transactions, get your calculator out, get to work on this. Don't slack on this. Figure it out to the T. I'm doing this stuff every day. I'm looking at my money every day. Out of all of the accounts I have, I know how much money to the cent is in each one of them because I'm in control of my money, no one else. My money doesn't control me, I control it. Now it's time for you to do the same.